Yes. Yeah, that's Fire Island. Reputation out there. Robert Moses, Water Tower, Fire Island. Hey, James.
Ladies and gentlemen, hi and welcome. As we're about to begin, I would like to ask all of you to please be seated. And those of you in possession of cellular devices, if you could please silence them at this time. Our bride and groom said that it is okay to take a few pictures today, but please remember that you're the closest and most important people in their lives, and they've hired a professional photographer to take pictures. They would like pictures of you without you clutching your cell phones. So please try to remember to keep them to a dull roar. And now, without further delay, we will begin. Ladies and gentlemen, in body or in spirit, please rise for the bride. Go to Dad. Before we continue, I'd ask the father of the bride, do Kaitlyn and Doug have your blessing upon their marriage? Well, in that case, please be seated. It is Kaitlyn and Doug's wish that as we get started, you join them in a moment to remember their grandparents who have passed, and all those who, although they could not be here physically, all the people who we know are here in spirit, and wishing them a lifetime of happiness. May they know they are loved and remembered always. Well, welcome everyone. It really is such a wonderful feeling to be here with Kaitlyn and Doug, two people very much in love, ready and truly appreciative to begin what will be a new chapter in their lives. A good marriage, it isn't just a beautiful love story. It is also the story of love itself. It celebrates generations past and all of our hopes and dreams for the future. Marriage is far-reaching in the joy that a good marriage brings to the soul of family and friends who see that the people they love have found their place in this world and that it is by one another's side. This is the kind of story that we celebrate today as Kaitlyn and Doug begin a new season in their lives. Being Long Islanders, the water is something that they describe as always having been in their blood. And so that their wedding would take place here by the waters of the great South Bay, with its sense of peace and calm, it suited them very well. Likewise, fall has always been their favorite time of year, and to add making their unbreakable vow to the list of things that they love about fall, well, that sounded nothing short of amazing to them. Like the tides themselves, it has been said that marriage is falling in love over and over again with the same person. And how Kaitlyn and Doug will continue to accomplish this, well, that really will be up to them. Because every marriage is as unique as the individuals that it joins. And yet the ideals of love and home and family, these are as universal as time itself. And the desire to spend a lifetime with the one that we love, this transcends the differences of language and culture to speak to the very core of what makes us truly human. Kaitlyn and Doug, as natural as it felt for the two of you to be together, right from the very beginning, you never took this gift for granted. You always had the deepest of appreciation for how truly fortunate you were to have found one another. And from there, you've put in all the joyful work of establishing a relationship that was truly worthy of the promise of marriage. You've talked, you've listened, you've learned, you've grown, you've cared about all of the silly and serious things that each and every day has brought. You put one another's needs above your own, and you've always treated one another as the most important person in your life. And from this day forward, all that joyful work will be honored and recognized every single time. You have the privilege of saying, my husband, my wife. Kaitlyn, Doug, may God be with you and know you in your hearts and in your home for all the days of your lives. Are you comfortable facing your guests for the welcome?
Yeah.
Sure.
Good, spin, show them how beautiful you are. What do you think? Come on. Come on. day and an age where we are keenly aware of how important it is to be surrounded by the people we love most, especially when celebrating life's milestones. That all of you have made the efforts to be here with Kaitlyn and Doug, traveling, changing your plans, making arrangements for your children and pets, all to ensure that they were surrounded by your love as they made their marriage vows. It means a lot to our bride and groom because they know it isn't easy on many levels, and yet your efforts show that you love them just as much as they love you. They described you all, whether here physically or virtually, welcome, as the closest of the close. They called you their bread and butter of family and friends, and those that they knew would be truly ready to celebrate with them as they made the biggest promises two people can ever make and effectively doubled the size of each of your families with a single kiss. For Kaitlyn and Doug, family and the bond that make people a family are something to be cherished. They're truly grateful to have all of you not only here, but for the place that you hold in all of their memories and the future yet to be created. Our bride and groom want to take this opportunity to thank you for making their day even more special by sharing it with them. And they want to remind you that whether you live near or far, that not a single one of you is ever far from their hearts. With the rich sense of history that you all share with Kaitlyn and Doug, who knows their story better than all of you? And yet to speak of their future, we also need to honor their past and remember just how much of this beautiful love story all of you saw unfolding right before your eyes and played your own role in. A great love story transcends almost everything in our human experience. These kinds of stories have been told since the beginning of time because of their power to heal, to inspire, and to bring people together on days like today. A love story cuts through the harshness of reality, and it makes a hopeful child of us all. And the most beautiful of these connections often catch us when we are unaware, because this is when we are no more or less than our truest selves. And so it was for Kaitlyn and Doug almost 6.5 years ago when they both swiped right. And Doug approached with the line of, "Hey, you have awesome hair." It was bright pink at the time, but not as bright as the light and the life about to ignite their world. The distance between Shirley and Glen Cove made Wednesday their date night and every weekend theirs to spend together. Those early days were an exciting time of love letters, roses left on Kaitlyn's car, sunsets at the beach, and days spent exploring eastern Long Island. She was intrigued by his music. After all, who doesn't love a good video? And he was smitten, even though she was into rap. Their favorite things to do were always very real and down-to-earth activities through which they could unwrap the beautiful packaging that they each undoubtedly came in and get to know one another on the inside, only to find that it was even more beautiful and genuine than either one had ever imagined. It was only a month after their first date when Doug informed Kaitlyn, "You know you're my girlfriend, right?" That was the easy part, as she agreed immediately that that was indeed their current reality. Those of you who were present at their proposal video already knew that that took a little bit more effort. After saying no 3 times in a row, Kaitlyn finally took the ring right out of the box and made Doug the happiest man in the world by saying that one simple word, yes. They've come such a long way since those early days, and they attribute the success of their relationship to the sense of balance that their love provides. Where Doug has patience as the day is long, Kaitlyn has spunk to spare. It was within Doug's nature to say yes as often as humanly possible, and it is in Kaitlyn's nature to appreciate that about him. They share many of the same interests. She now likes alternative music. They both love Mexican food, margaritas, the ocean, Universal Studios, and Harry Potter. They also place the same value on home and family have the same sense of humor, love of laughter, and of course, devotion to Rita. Kaitlyn and Doug, when we think of the word celebration, it means a group of people all together in the same place, happy about the same thing. And the people who know you best and love you most are happy because they believe in you and in this beautiful love that you share. Everyone here can see that yours is the kind of love that will inspire future generations. You know, we live in a day and an age where there's so many things trying to get in our way, pretending to be important. But right here, you have the most important thing in the world. You have one another and you have a family to love and support you. If you remember only one thing from this ceremony, let it be that today you promise that your love would always be the most important thing in your lives, today, tomorrow, and always. So before we proceed to the ring exchange and actually making the marriage, our bride and groom have chosen to write their own vows that they would like to share with one another. Who goes first? Center to the arch.
I guess I'll go first. Okay. I've called you my bae, my boyfriend, and my fiancé. Now I vow to love you forever as I get to call you my husband. I'll never forget the first time I saw you on Instagram, playing guitar and singing. I somehow knew you were going to be the one. As we enter the next chapter of our lives together, I want to make you some promises. I promise to always kiss you goodnight. I promise to join your laughter with my own, and when you can't look on the bright side, I will sit with you in the dark. I promise to grow alongside you, but also to never grow up. I promise to learn how to cook something besides tacos and fajitas. I promise to always keep the snack cabinet full. I promise to love you, even during hockey season. And last but not least, I promise to walk with you hand in hand through life as your biggest fan, your shoulder to lean on, and your best friend. I can't wait to grow our life together and one day see you become an amazing father to more than just our baby girl, Rita. I love you always.
Kate, starting from the moment we met, spending time with you felt different than anything I've felt before, in the best of ways. Right off the bat, we shared the same sense of humor, love for Mexican cuisine, and last but not least, the same obsession for Harry Potter. You've made me become a better man in so many ways, and I'm so proud and blessed to be marrying such a beautiful, amazing, amazing woman. I promise to love you, stand by your side forever, and be the best husband I can be, always.
I would clap if I were y'all.
I threw it.
Will you please give them the rings?
Sure thing. Oh my goodness.
I guess the Kate.
You're gonna give this?
Yeah.
If you'll just look at your rings for a moment before you exchange them, this is the last time they're ever going to be just a piece of jewelry. These beautiful rings, they're meant to serve as a physical reminder of the feelings that you have in your hearts at this very moment. There are times in life where we're tempted to focus on the things that we haven't yet accomplished. And there are also times of sorrow and of loss, but every time you look to your hand and your wedding band, they will always speak softly of the great gift that you've been given in one another. They'll also be a reminder to you in the times of great joy that you have someone to share them with, who loves you more than anything else in this whole world. Doug, do you take Kaitlyn to be your lawfully wed wife, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better or for worse, for richer or for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, until death do you part?
I do.
Please place your ring on her finger and look into her eyes and repeat after me. I, Doug,
I, Doug,
take you, Kaitlyn,
take you, Kaitlyn,
to be my wife.
to be my wife.
I will love you and honor you,
I will love you and honor you,
respect and cherish you,
respect and cherish you
for all the days of my life.
for all the days of my life.
Kaitlyn, do you take Doug to be your lawfully wed husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better or for worse, for richer or for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, until death do you part?
I do.
And please place your ring in his finger and look into his eyes and repeat after me. I, Kaitlyn,
I, Kaitlyn,
take you, Doug,
take you, Doug,
to be my husband.
to be my husband.
I will love you and honor you,
I will love you and honor you,
respect and cherish you,
respect and cherish you
for all the days of my life.
for all the days of my life.
Might be tough to get on that.
Do you have salt?
I might have had a little salt.
Kaitlyn and Doug have chosen to conclude their ceremony with a few words of wisdom written by Albus Dumbledore. When it comes to love, of course it's happening inside your head, but why on earth should that mean it's not real, when in fact you are protected, in short, by your ability to love? The difference of habit and language are nothing at all if our aims are identical and our hearts are open, because where your treasure is, there will your heart also be. And so it matters not what someone is born, but what they grow to be, remembering that we are only as strong as we are united, as weak as we are divided. Therefore, let us step into the night and pursue that flighty temptress adventure, into our greatest adventure, never forgetting that fantasy and reality can become one and the same if we accept that there is no greater magic in all the world than that of love. Kaitlyn and Doug, you have made your promises to grow along with one another in wisdom and love, and there is only one thing left to do, to seal those promises in the ancient and time-honored way. And so it is my honor and privilege to now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss your beautiful bride.
Love you.
Sorry. You know, if you guys want to head back to the car, I'm just going to pack all this stuff up. And I'll meet you over there. I wouldn't wait for you, so I just got to pack all this up. And I'm going to go out that way because I got to put on the wheel. Yeah, he's gonna send me stuff here.
Right here, guys.
Cool.
Right here. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank
You're
you.
beautiful. Guests are watching.
Hey guys.
everybody. Thanks
Thank
for
you
tuning
so
in.
much for watching. We love you all.
Yeah, sorry you guys can't be here.
Yep.
But you're here in our hearts.
Yep. Love you guys. Thank you. Very cool. Thank you guys so much for doing that.
Okay, he's down to the ending slide.
Very